what a week one of fantasy basketball was. A lot of guys having big games and going off, and a lot of good options on the waiver wire. So here's a few guards you could add from the waiver wire this week heading into your week 2 matchups, and these guys definitely can help your fantasy teams. The first guy's Alec Burks of the New York Knicks. Burks, I thought he would be pretty much just a bench guy that won't do much for this Knicks team. But Burks, he's been going off in his first 3 games as a New York Knicks, Burks, and he's available in 53% of fantasy leagues now. And Burks in his first 3 games at Indiana, the first game of the year, 22 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. And he also had 2 3-pointers, and he hit 8 foul shots. Then versus Philly, another 22-point game with 5 boards, 3 assists, 4 threes, 46% from the field. And last night versus Milwaukee, 71% from the field. He hit 4 threes, 18 points, 2 boards, and 5 assists. So Burks, he's been playing well. He's going to get anywhere from 25 to 30 minutes a game, it looks like, with this Knicks team. Even though I know Austin Rivers hasn't played a game yet, but I think Alec Burks, he could be a good add, and he's getting added in a bunch of fantasy leagues already. His percentage going up 21% from last week, so he'll be the first guard to add. The second one's Lorenz Dort of the OKC Thunder. Dort was a guy I had in my pre-draft videos as a sleeper coming into the year, and so far the Thunder, they've only played 1 game, but Dort had huge playing time, 35 minutes, 5 of 12 from the field, 41%. He also added a 3, 15 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, a steal, and blocks. So Dort, he's going to play big minutes. He's a player that I think could get you a couple stats in many categories. So I think it's a good add. And Dort, he's going to help many fantasy teams, and his percentages already went up 14% ownage, but he's still available in 78% of fantasy leagues. So Dort, he's a guy I would try to pick up here. The third guy's Terrence Ross of the Orlando Magic, the 3-point specialist, and a good 6-man off the bench for this Magic team. And so far, Terrence Ross, he's been solid in the first 3 games of the year. On December 23rd versus Miami, 19 points, 3 threes, 4 free throws, 42% from the field. Then 2 nights ago versus Washington, 25 points, 2 rebounds, 3 3-pointers, 64% from the field. And then last night, 26 points, 4 threes, a rebound, a steal, 7 for 15 from the field, 46%. So Terrence Ross, he's a guy that's just going to give you a lot of scoring in 3-pointer categories. But his field goal percentage, like I just said, it's been good to start the season, and he's still available in 48% of leagues. So you better rush to the wire and get Terrence Ross before he's gone after tomorrow's game when he versus the Thunder. The fourth guy is Jordan Clarkson of the Utah Jazz. Clarkson, he's been a solid 6-man off the bench for years now. And this guy, just like Terrence Ross, he's a pure scorer. And in his first 2 games, his first game at Portland, 15 and 7, rebounds with an assist, 3 threes, 50% from the field. And then last 2 nights ago versus Minnesota, 23 points, 3 rebounds, 2 threes, 47% from the field. So just like Ross, Clarkson, he's going to hit threes. He's not going to do much of anything else, but he's a guy that'll help you in free throw percentage, threes, and scoring. So Clarkson, he's a point guard, shooting guard combo, and he's still available in 62% of fantasy leagues. The next guy's DeLon Wright of the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons, that backcourt, it's got a lot of bloat back there. But Wright, Hayes, Derrick Rose, but Wright, he's been playing decent. His first game, he was struggling, but he only went 19 minutes, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. But the last game, he got 42 minutes in a double overtime loss versus the Cavs. He had 19 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a block, 2 threes, 55% from the field. So Wright, he's a decent pickup, I believe. Detroit, they always have that backcourt issue, but I think Wright was a guy they traded for, and he's going to play some decent minutes in this backcourt, and he's available in 57% of fantasy leagues. So if you need a guard, Wright's not a bad ad to get. The next guy's George Hill of the OKC Thunder. Hill, I guess he's going to get playing time as one of the few veterans on that team, him and Al Horford. In his first game, 8 for 9 shooting, 88% from the field. He had 4 threes, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. He's available in 80% of leagues, but his ownage is going up like crazy already. In the last couple of days, he went up 14% ownage, George Hill. He's a good three-point shooter. This week, he has 4 games on the schedule, which is big. That's a big thing in fantasy. If your guys are going to play 3 or 4 games during the week, that's going to give you an advantage, especially in head-to-head leagues. So George Hill, he's a combo guard in fantasy. He's out there in a bunch of leagues, and he's going to get the playing time, I believe. He played 25 minutes in that game at Charlotte, so I think he's going to play and teach these young Thunder guys the right way to play. And the final guy I would add on waivers as a guard this week's Lonnie Walker IV for the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs, it's been a little bit of a youth movement. And Lonnie Walker, he's a guy they were highly rated on going into the draft a few seasons ago. And so far in his first 3 games, he's had some big ball games with Lonnie Walker. On December 23rd in Memphis, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, a block. He also added 3 threes, and he shot 66% from the field. Then versus Toronto on the 26th, 6 for 14 from the field, 42% shooting, 2 threes, 14 points, 2 assists. And then the 27th, 6 for 14 again from the field, 42%, 16 points, 4 threes, 2 rebounds, and assists. So Lonnie Walker, he's a combo guard forward in fantasy. He's going to score the basketball. He's going to hit threes. And just like these other guards, he's a guy, he's not going to do much of anything else but scoring threes and give you a decent points per game and field goal percentage. And he's also available in 78% of leagues. So that's a few guards you should add on the waiver wire and free agency here heading into week 2 of fantasy basketball.